Eli, 6'3" senior post. Ebony Marshall, number 21, a 5'8" senior guard. Iceland Eli, the sister to London, number 24, 6'2" junior forward. And rounding out the top 5 again is Kelsey Blackburn, a 5'7" junior guard, number 15. Marv, looking at their records as you talked about earlier, Sparta 8-5, 11-8-4. What we got district record-wise, Siegel still at the top at 3-0 as we begin another district play and start down the backstretch here. Lebanon and Riverdale tied for second. Cookeville, Warren County, White County all in tied for third and on down the line. And of course Blackman and Oakland yet to have a district win. Marv, they're ready to start, so you take the play-by-play and let's go with it.
Well, here we go. We're ready to get underway from Campbell Brandon Gymnasium. It is Sparta, or the White County Warriorettes, as we get, well, no, they're going to throw it in the air now. It's in the air, and of course London taps it back to Brooks. We're underway. Here's Brooks in the front court. And Sparta opens up in a 2-3 zone. They'll kick it out to the top to Brooks and set it back up. Blackburn on the left wing, Marshall on the right wing, and of course Iceland Eli and London Eli, double low post either side. Swing it over to Marshall, right side, guarded by Cash. Out to Brooks, left side to Blackburn. They're looking for an entry pass, but that backside of that zone has got it shut down. There's Brooks for 3 from the wing, and it's good. So Jasmine Brooks strikes early, and Lebanon leads 3-zip.
We see a lot of zones about every time we come out, don't we, Marv?
Boy, and that'll get you out of one quick. Here's Roberts in the front court over in the corner. She'll kick it down there to Daniels. Daniels trapped, nowhere to go. Goes back to Roberts and almost had it stolen. Roberts works it to Cash on the left side. Back to Roberts. They're looking inside, trying to get to Delaney, but London Eli's got her blanketed. They finally go to Delaney in the corner. Jumper inside the three-point line. No good. Backside rebound, Marshall. Here comes Lebanon. Marshall in a hurry in the front court. Up ahead. Great look to Iceland Eli. Her running jumper good, and Lebanon leads 5-zip. Quick timeout for Sparta. We'll take it with them. 5-zip. 6:54 to go here in the first quarter. We'll be right back.
With our new reward checking account of Wilson Bank and Trust.
It's back underway. Quick 30-second timeout by White County. Boy, head coach Brian Haley did not like what he sees here. Sparta in the front court. Out high to Cash, top of the key. Works around to Roberts. Roberts back to Cash on the left wing. Back to Roberts, top of the key. She'll penetrate, dish it back to Cash. Cash drives down the lane, kicks it in the corner. Short jumper over there on the far side. Good by Tasha Delaney. So Sparta on the board. It's 5-2. And no full court pressure.
No, and it looks like they want to be very patient tonight and shoot some open shots. They're really not going to go inside, it looks like, because of our size.
Blackburn for 3. In and out, no good. Iceland Eli over the back, but her putback is up and no good. London Eli with the rebound, and she's fouled. Hacked in the act by Tasha Delaney, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Boy, a good break for Lebanon that time, as they did not call Iceland Eli over the back and very easily could have.
You know, and size is going to be a factor tonight, Marv. You look out front for the guards of Sparta and the guards of Lebanon. We outsize them outside as well as we do inside.
Ooh, and Eli misses the first of 2. So the score remains 5-2 with 6:07 to go here in the first quarter. Lebanon leading by 3.
And it's tough on our post girls to not get that over the back call when you outside them so much on the inside.
London nails the second, 1 for 2 that trip, and the leads back to 4 at 6-2. Here's Roberts working across the timeline, kicks right side to Cash, looks down low for Delaney. Delaney moves out in the corner, takes a short pass. She'll penetrate the baseline, cut off, backside pass to Cash, spins in the lane, short jumper, bounces around, no good, and knocked out of bounds by Delaney as she attempted to do a backside offensive rebound. Boy, great penetration, just couldn't seal the deal for Sparta that time, and Lebanon takes over with 5:46 and counting here in the first.
You could tell by the patience of Sparta right there where she turned and moved back outside. She was conscious of that size on the inside.
Here's Brooks, kicks in the corner to Marshall, trying to go inside to London Eli. She was actually triple teamed, believe it or not. Brooks stops at the free throw line, kicks it right side to Marshall outside the three-point line. Back to Brooks, and they'll set it up. Blackburn works on the left wing. Lebanon moving left to right on your dial. They're in the white uniforms tonight, trimmed in blue numerals. Eli has it back to Brooks. She'll drop step, run down the lane, running jumper. Short, no good. Rebound, Roberts. Here comes Sparta. Roberts weaves her way through traffic across the timeline, cut off by Brooks. Stops, dishes back to Cash down in the corner. They'll go to Daniels and taken away, and London Eli comes out of there with it. She'll kick to Marshall. Here come the Blue Devilettes. 6-2, Lebanon leads, 4:57 and counting here in the first. Blackburn on the left wing, looks down low for Eli. Can't get it back to Brooks, top of the key. She'll dribble around, guarded out there by Daniels. Kicks left wing to Blackburn. and they finally try to go inside, knocked away by Roberts, controlled by Delaney. Here comes Sparta. Delaney up ahead. Boy, great step in that time by Brooks right in front of Coach Brown on that Lebanon bench. It'll stay with Sparta, but great defensive quickness that time by Lebanon.
Lebanon really wanting to get the ball inside and taking 2 or 3 outside shots already and a couple of penetrators. But that last time just forced it in there because, they're trying so hard to get it inside.
Well, they'll go down in the corner. Long shot by Daniels out of the corner. No good. Tapped by Eli. Controlled by Roberts. Kicks to Cash. Back over to Daniels in the left wing, right where they started from. Cash, backside look to Delaney. Gets inside of Eli. Eli got a hand on it. Taken away by Brooks. Here comes Lebanon. It's a 3-on-3. She's got Blackburn on the wing. She'll stop and pop from three-pointer. Off the front of the iron, but backside rebound by Iceland. Eli, boy, and Coach Haley is livid. He wanted it over the back and easily could have called it that time as well.
They can, but, where she's at, too, right now with the outside.
Boy, and London Eli, I hate to interrupt you, but she got a shot in the mouth. Justin McKinney will look for her as they stop play to get her out of the ball game, and Aquarius Huddleston checks in to take her place.
Back to what I was saying was that just because you get the ball from behind her doesn't necessarily mean it's over the back. If you don't touch her and you can go up and elevate above her and grab it off the top of her head, then it's not over the back.
And that's where that height advantage takes a play. And, hey, kudos to Iceland Eli for taking advantage of it. She did not foul. You could easily call it, but she did not. Roberts down in the corner, just into the ball game, is Ashley Page, and that is knocked out of bounds. Quick hands again by Brooks.
Talked about old Justin McKinney, or you always love to give him a plug. He's coming off a double knee surgery,
Yeah, I like J-Mac. He's always been a good friend of the program. He takes care of all the athletes, and I tell you, he is a great guy, folks. If you've never met him, introduce yourself. There's Delaney, baseline jumper, no good. Taken away by Marshall. Great box out in front of Page. She'll work on the right wing, weave to the middle, take it to the free throw line, tries to dish it to a trailing Jasmine Brooks, but let her too much. It's harmlessly out of bounds. It'll be Sparta ball, quarter court, near side.
Turnovers 2 and 2 apiece right now. Ball game's still kind of slow. Not a lot of excitement right now. Everybody's playing that chess match early.
And here comes Sparta in the front court. Cash works on the right wing. Looks at house. She'll go over to Roberts. Roberts weaves around, guarded by Marshall. Tries to go to Delaney. Oh, great step in by Brooks. She takes it away. She's on her way to the other end. All the way to the basket, up and good. Boy, Roberts in no man's land, and Coach Haley will take another timeout. Very religious with the timeouts right now. Let's keep it right here, Coach. 3:06 to go. Lebanon leads 10-2. What in the world can Sparta do to score some points?
Well, I think he's done a good.
Go to the bench early. And I tell you, Aquarius Huddleston's still in there for London Eli. Justin McKinney is working somewhere in the mouth area of London Eli. She took an elbow. So we'll try to keep you updated on that. Cash swings right side to Roberts. Roberts over to Cash. Cash to Roberts. On the right wing, looking in the corner for Page. Instead, she'll take a long three. No good. There's Huddleston with the hand on it, but controlled by Delaney from Sparta. Kicks to Page. Back to Roberts, and they'll set it back up. Bounce pass into Delaney. She works on Huddleston, and she gets the basket to go and will draw the foul. So a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play by Tasha Delaney, the 5'9" sophomore, working her way in the middle of that paint and able to get it to go and draw the foul.
And the foul was on Huddleston there. That's her first and the team first.
Well, there's your answer for points. Go inside to Delaney.
Yeah, Delaney seems to be willing to turn around and face up against our post girls. She's shot most of their shots so far tonight.
And the free throw falls off the rim, taken away by Iceland Eli, and they'll say she dragged her pivot foot during the handoff to Marshall. And here comes London Eli back in. Aquarius Huddleston back to the bench. Coach Brown directing traffic over there. Boy, he's done a great job injecting a little bit more enthusiasm in this program than we've seen recently, and he has really done a great job. Oh, great look inside, but missed the layup was Lacey Eastlis. Rebound to London Eli, and here comes Lebanon. Boy, Eastlis with a point-blank shot right there.
Was, and, talked about Delaney. Delaney shot all of Sparta's shots except for 2 so far tonight.
Wow, here's Marshall on the right wing, guarded by Cash. She'll penetrate, has it knocked away momentarily. Kick over there on the far side, knocked away by Delaney. Can't control it. It'll stay with Lebanon, but good defensive hustle that time by Tasha Delaney.
But really not physical yet as we talk about the chess match. We haven't seen a lot of bodies crashing. We're talking 1 foul apiece so far with 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter, so not really physical yet.
Here's Lebanon with the ball in the lead, 10-4. As Coach said, exactly 2 minutes to go here in the first half. There's Eli, baseline jumper for London. No good. Backside rebound to Iceland Eli, and could not control it, loses it out of bounds. Boy, she has been all over the offensive glass tonight. But can't control that. Here's full court pressure for the first time by Lebanon. Inbounds by Page, goes right side to Eastlis. Eastlis nowhere to go in the middle to Cash. Kick on the left wing to Page down to Roberts. Short jumper, no good. Rebound by Page in the paint. Kicks it to Roberts, to Eastless, to Delaney, back to Eastless, over to Roberts. In the corner to Cash. London steps out on her, knocks it away momentarily. They'll kick it back to Heather Roberts, back to Eastless. In the corner, open is Page for three. No good. Backside rebound off the side of the iron. Goes out of bounds harmlessly. Team rebound to Lebanon.
Sparta patient offensively to get that open jumper from outside. They seem to be a well-coached club right now. Although they only scored 4 points, but they seem to be organized on the offensive end.
They're getting some open looks. They've just got to make them fall. 10-4, Lebanon leads. Brooks in the front court, right wing to Marshall, guarded by Cash, trying to go down low to London Eli, out high to Blackburn, top of the key, left wing to Brooks, guarded by Roberts. Eli cuts across, instead goes out high to Marshall. Marshall guarded by Cash. Right wing, Iceland Eli outside the three-point line. She's guarded by Delaney. Back to Brooks, and they'll set it back up. A minute even to go. 10-4, Lebanon leads as we wind down here in the first quarter from Campbell Brandon Gymnasium. Glad you guys could tune in tonight for another installment of Blue Devil basketball. Here's Brooks on the right wing. Kicks it out high to Marshall. Marshall, quick hands, too. She's working out there on Cash. Marshall, spin move across the lane, stops at the free throw line, kicks in the corner to Eli, back to Marshall. Marshall to Blackburn on the left wing in the corner to Eli, guarded by Delaney. Kick it out high to Marshall. London Eli way outside the three-point line. Back to Blackburn, back to Marshall. They'll set it up. 27 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. Lebanon with the ball on a 6-point lead, 10-4. Brooks kicks right corner to Marshall. Oh, and she had Brooks momentarily but couldn't get it through. She'll weave across over to Blackburn. 14. Clock counting down. Eli back to Blackburn. Blackburn works around. Nowhere to go. Gives it to London Eli in the lane. Short jumper. Bounces around. No good. Controlled by Roberts. She won't get a shot off. 2 seconds. 1 second. Kicks to Cash, and she loses it out of bounds as the buzzer sounds to end the first quarter. So at the end of one here from Campbell Brandon Gymnasium, home of the Blue Devils, Lebanon leads Sparta 10-4. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Quarter action with the ball here. Page goes inbounds to Roberts. Roberts has worked the point, her and Cash, most of the first half. And Page has that pass to Eastless, knocked out of bounds by Lebanon. They'll inbounds underneath Sparta ball. Here's Page. Looks for a cutter, gets it into Roberts. Wild shot, but gets it to go. Boy, just a hustle play that time as Roberts shot down the lane and lays it up and in, and it's a 4-point ball game.
That was quick.
That was real quick.
I don't know how quick he would saw it. Maybe a blink.
Flick of a switch.
Yeah, flick of a switch.
Flick of a switch. Here's Brooks outside. She kicks on the left wing to Blackburn. They look for London Eli on the baseline. Instead, go inside to Iceland. They'll call a reach around over the back, and that's going to be Lacey Eastless. Only the second team foul on Sparta. Only one called on Lebanon.
May get a little bit heated now, Marv. Sparta scored a little bit and probably got a little bit of talking to at the end of the quarter.
Brooks inbounds out high to Marshall. Marshall left wing to Blackburn. The pace has allowed Lebanon not to have to substitute because it hasn't been a frenetic pace, and they've pretty much stuck with that starting five. Here's Brooks from the right wing for three, in and out, no good. And Blackburn over the back of Roberts that time as she came crashing in from outside the three-point line. And they'll call the foul on Blackburn, and that evens team fouls up at 2 apiece.
Blackburn's first, and frenetic is a word I'd like you to define for me there.
Frenetic? Yeah. Kind of like a hectic pace.
Yeah. We'll have to go look that one up, Mark.
F-R-E-N-E-T-I-C.
John, you know how to spell that?
Eastless for a layup, no good. Marshall with the rebound. Got a lot of backboard, but no iron. Marshall on the right wing to Brooks. Brooks entry pass inside to Iceland Eli. Loose ball, and they're going to call a travel on Iceland. My goodness.
It was a great hustle by her, though, wasn't it?
5 turnovers already on the Blue Devilettes, and we're barely a minute into the second quarter.
Jet Thompson with those stats over there.
Boy, and he can pencil whip the heck out of some numbers. Here's Roberts on the left wing out high to Cash.
Fort Knox calls him in every now and then just to count the money.
Here's Cash on the right wing.
Speaking of Fort Knox.
Yeah. That's a great segue. Here's Page, and that pass went nowhere except to Iceland Eli. Zinged when they should have zagged, and Lebanon will take it. 10-6. Lebanon leads. Here's Marshall, left wing to Blackburn. Open for three. Bottom of the net. Barely tickled the twine, and Lebanon's up 13-6. What a shot by Blackburn.
She was crouched, too, and ready to roll, wasn't she?
Boy, she pulled the trigger in a hurry on that one. 6-11 and counting. Lebanon leads 13-6. Here's Cash on the left wing. Dangerous pass over to Page, back to Cash. Boy, and they had Delaney momentarily, but Isla
He's sly. That's close.
Eli on the baseline. Roberts drives. Wild shot, no good. Backside rebound by Iceland, Eli. Here's Marshall on the right wing up ahead across the timeline.